Hello everybody, welcome to Championship Matchweek 35. Yet another week has gone. A quick recap on last week. Liam got 7 points, I got 15. So I pull away a little bit again. Liam has got 218 points, I've got 231. So the difference now is 13. Now let's get on with this week. So, Liam, do you want to start us off with Bristol City versus Watford?
God, not really. Oh, this could literally be any score you can think of because I just have no idea about this one. Um, I haven't done any research today. I'm doing it as we go along again, which already seems like a mistake. 2-1 to Bristol.
Yeah, I mean, Watford pretty poor as of late, and Bristol City they are still challenging for the playoffs. Because of this being at Ashton Gate, I feel like this will go in the favour of the home side. What score you think? Well, I believe this will be a 2-1 Bristol City win. And now for Derby County versus Blackburn. See, Blackburn struggling, Derby a little bit out of form, but I have a feeling that this will be a bit of a bounce back for Derby. The scoreline 3 Derby 3, Blackburn 1.
Well, Derby are back in the position they were at the start of the season, where the defence is absolutely horrendous. But I don't see him keeping a clean sheet. I do. Well, it'll be awful if they lose this, or don't win, I should say. I'm going to say 2-1.
Alright, and now for Leicester versus Norwich.
I'm thinking this could be not such a goal fest, but could be a flurry of goals that we may not expect to see. Especially with Leicester now under Gary Rowett in charge. He's done what, quarter of the league now in terms of managed sides.
Uh,
He's been a right journeyman. I will say a Desmond 2-2.
yeah, I look at this and I think it's quite tough to call because obviously under Rowett, Leicester have been drawing, so they haven't been losing, but they also haven't been winning. Um, Norwich, they are showing a bit of form. Um, I think I look at this and I have a feeling that it's really tough to call. But if I was to give it to someone, I'd probably say a narrow 2-1 Norwich win. And now we head to the final 12:30 kickoff, which is Portsmouth versus Hull. Hull are high flying in the table, Portsmouth not so. Portsmouth back to reality, and Hull with a massive home win. Uh, I have a feeling. Again, I feel like this will be one that's difficult to call. It sort of depends which Portsmouth show up. I have a feeling it will either be a draw or a comfortable Hull win. I think I'm going to go with the former though, 1-1.
Wow. So I've gone completely different logic. For some reason, I feel like I do this every week. I have one game where I'm like, you know what this will be? Against all odds. And this is that game. 2-1 home.
Alright, and now for Charlton versus Wrexham.
Oh my god. I take back what I said. There are two games. I, I really want to back Charlton, but I might I might have to give Wrexham a point here. Let's go 1-1.
I just think with Wrexham's form, they're doing really well this season, but I do think, like, in general, Charlton are pretty solid at home. Um, But I look at this, Wrexham have a lot of goals in them at the moment, win after win. I think I think that'll be a bit too much. I'm going to say Charlton 1, Wrexham 3. Now, for Coventry versus Stoke, Coventry, they are showing a bit of form again. Stoke, they got their much needed win against Oxford. But I think that's the most Stoke is going to get for now. I'm going to go Coventry 2, Stoke 0.
Well, this in the reverse fixture was a top of the table clash. Now, Stoke have just risen to 13th after being 15th, 16th in the league. So, Stoke are back. Coventry this season are back as well. I think. I can't disagree with the 2-0.
Alright, and now for Ipswich versus Swansea.
I think you said this about another team, but it depends what Ipswich turn up. I can't see Swansea winning, but I wouldn't be surprised if they could get something from Park Road. But I'm going to give an ever so slight edge with a tight 1-0 Ipswich win.
I think Ipswich, they are a bit of a gamble. I mean, they have the one game where, they play like they deserve to be up there, but others, you just think, they should have done a lot better. In terms of this game, because Ipswich are at home, I feel more confident with their ability to win. I feel like this will be a fairly comfortable 3-1 home win. And now we move on to a bottom of the table clash. Oxford versus West Brom. Oh, this is really difficult to call. Oxford desperately need that win, but West Brom need a win as well. They're both going a while without a win, and I just think it'd be a draw. 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you for saying that, but one of these teams, what a big game this is, by the way. One of these teams have to win eventually. I don't think West Brom have won all year. I think it's been about 8 or 9 games, maybe something around that since Oxford last won. So someone's got to win sooner or later, and I'm gonna say as someone to really spice things up down the middle will be Oxford.
Oh, that would bring quite a lot of teams into that as well, if Leicester don't win. Alright, and now for Preston versus Millwall.
This does scream 0-0, doesn't it? It never works, but I can't. I can't think of another score like 0-0.
I think that's a few times this season you've done 0-0 for Preston. um, you know what? I thought whenever I see Preston, I think low scoring game as well. I just think a lot of the games are going to have like 1-0 or something like that with Preston, and I think this is going to be one of them 1-0s. I'm going to go Preston 1, Millwall 0. And QPR versus Sheffield United. Oh, it's another difficult one to call, to be honest. QPR, an absolutely abysmal performance last time against Southampton. Let's one word: shocking. Sheffield United against Coventry, you'd sort of understand, but even with their form, I think they've been a bit shaky. I don't know. It's really difficult to call. I feel like there'll be a sense of comeback here for QPR. I'm gonna be brave here after a 5-0 loss, but I'm gonna go 2-1 QPR win.
That's a shame. I had the exact same score. and I just feel like they'll bounce back from this from that heavy defeat. Um, yeah, I just can't see. Well, I can, but I can't imagine Rangers will fold again. So yeah, 2-1.
Okay, and now for Sheffield Wednesday versus Southampton.
Is this the game? I don't know. I said this before we started. I don't want us to keep doing this, and I told myself I wouldn't. But this would be very Southampton to lose this game after finding a decent QPR side. Do I?
You'll get there eventually.
2 on Wednesday.
Um, I've gone literally the furthest opposite possible to you. I've gone Sheffield Wednesday 0, Southampton 4. Wildly different predictions there.
You
Uh,
might want to change the title of this to "Stupid Predictions." 35.
nah, it probably come through now. If it comes through, I'm just gonna punch a wall. Yeah, I'm gonna be so livid. All right, Birmingham versus Middlesbrough. Oof, another one that's quite tough to call in my opinion. Birmingham again. Another word to describe them last time round. Abysmal. Up against the Middlesbrough side who were top of the league but have started to drop off a bit. So if there was a time to play Middlesbrough, now would be it. But, I don't know. Birmingham's a very on and off team, always have been. I wouldn't be surprised if Middlesbrough win here, but I don't know. I think something in my head tells me Birmingham 2-1 win.
What are you gonna say something I forgot? Yeah, I'm going to strip that goal from Middlesbrough and say 2-1.
And finally, we have another game here, 3rd of March, Tuesday. I think it was an FA Cup rescheduled. It's Ipswich versus Hull.
Oh god. Both teams are shocking defensively, but good on the attack. 3-2 Ipswich.
Yeah, I mean, both teams in the playoffs. I think they're on the same points. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, they're on the same points. I don't know. Again, both teams are a depends which team shows up, and both of them are the epitome of that. If I was to give it to one, I would say a 2-0 Ipswich win. I feel like Ipswich would keep a massive clean sheet. Finally, let's go with our scorers. So, I have predicted 3 goals to Derby County, and my scorer of the week is Patrick Adjumang.
I was a little bit torn. I had a club in mind, but I didn't want to play him. I know I've said him before. I know that didn't work out well. I've gone Leicester's Fatah.
Ooh. I don't know, I think the last time I predicted a Derby player I got 5 points, so fingers crossed the Derby luck happens again. Alright, so that is it for yet another week, and we shall see you for number 36, where there's only 10 games after that. Oh, how exciting. See you later.